Let's move straight to our next conversation. Let's come down to the center of excellence, Lagos. In Lagos, the roads leading to and from the island part of the city witnessed heavy traffic, leading to congestion and commuters stranded for several hours. This was as a result of the closure of the Independence Bridge for planned maintenance and rehabilitation works. In response to distress calls by stranded commuters, the Federal Ministry of Works ordered the immediate reopening of the bridge. In a statement by the Federal Comptroller of Works in Lagos, Olukorede Keisha, the Minister of Works, Dave Umahi, directed the immediate reopening of the Independence Bridge to vehicular traffic. The ministry regretted the inconvenience caused by the closure and appealed for understanding and cooperation. BKO, yesterday, you witnessed this, but now that the minister said, okay, reopening after several calls, the thing is, who should we blame? Is it the ministry? Is it for not providing alternative, the traffic operators, or Lagosians not just obeying traffic?
We'll blame the Lagos State government.
The Lagos State government.
We'll blame the Federal
Ministry of Works
as well. Before you embark on this kind of project or mission, you should have done proper traffic analysis.
Okay.
You know, you can even simulate what will happen. You can imagine what will happen and then make those plans. Can you close that critical bridge in daytime? And people will be able to manage the situation. If you cannot manage the situation, you then look at maybe carrying out repairs in the night. You can consider that.
Okay.
One of the busiest airports in the world, they fixed the runway that they didn't have to close the airport. They didn't have to close. It is in Nigeria, when they want to fix a runway, they can close that airport for weeks. People will now go and be landing far away. Maybe the closest airport to that place, they will go and land there. So this is an avoidable pain inflicted on our people.
Pain, exactly.
I had to go back home. Accumulative almost 6 to 7 hours of being on the road. In spite of that, I couldn't get to work. I had to go back home. A lot of our staff were trapped in the office.
Exactly.
A lot of people, they didn't even bother to go home. The lights were left on in the offices because people couldn't go home. Come on, I've never seen anything like that. Some got home as late as 5 a.m. today.
Yes.
Some got home at 1 a.m. Especially when it has to do with Lagos Island. Lagos Island. The roads are not as wide as you would think. We are not dealing with 10-lane roads here. So the alternatives too, the alternative route is like nearly everyone has to pass through the axis to get to where they are going. And when you close it, it impacts on other roads.
On the other roads, exactly.
So this was what we see. Even the maps, failed Nigerians, the map will tell you 1 hour, 40 minutes. And you are still there.
No, I think Google Map got confused yesterday.
Yes, now, the Google Map failed Nigerians. Google Map will give you 1 hour, 47 minutes. Before you are halfway, it has updated to this. You now know that your mystery has just begun.
So, but Kaide, let's talk about this. How do we forestall this from happening? You know, what do you think should have been done differently?
You know, for the fact that we need to emphasize the pain, we need to emphasize how severe this pain were, you know. We will talk about, I would call it, some kind of commendable reactions we are getting from the minister and the governor. Okay. But I saw a bit of back and forth between the two. Even though they were not
blames,
even though they were not saying it exactly, you know, you will see that the minister is saying that no, I'm going to deal with the people involved. They didn't do the proper thing. They didn't carry Lagos State along very well, because Lagos State has also come out to say that, okay, they need to be carried along. It's on ground address the situation. It was the governor who was taking time to explain the importance of fixing that bridge. And from what BKO said, nobody is against in fixing that
critical
bridge.
Infrastructure.
But this thing has got to be done well. If you had the plans of closing down the road and people will be in pains for 1 month, if you have to do it for 3 months by strategically doing it, that's better. If you have to do it in the night, do it during public holidays, it is fine. Where there are, less traffic on the road. Those are the ways to do it. People have traveled to different countries.
We had a public holiday on Monday and Tuesday.
Yes.
I thought maybe...
Exactly. That would have been a good time. But then, we're dealing with 1 month.
They are even saying that they are going to close it until the end of May or something.
Exactly.
Yes, they gave it 1 month. So hopefully the minister has come. In fact, from what I understand, he's also going to be on TVC at 7 to also explain, because people were in severe pain yesterday. But what we are confused about is that reopen the road. Which road are they going to reopen?
Because the
thing has been opened up. So whether they are going to seal it up, he needs to explain.
Well, I got here in record time. There's no traffic.
No,
I also know that a lot of people...
It's already building now, as we speak.
I also know that a lot of people who came to work yesterday didn't come today.
Yes, some people
tired.
had to trek.
I had to come, Journalists thank God is so precious.
A lot of our colleagues didn't come to work.
Yeah, some had to trek.
They are too tired.
I think myself and Festus were strong people. We had to trek long distance. Okay?
You need to tell us where you trekked.
We had to trek long. But BKO, they said, was there not enough awareness to say that, we are going to do this?
It's not a problem of awareness. It's not a problem. If you like, give 1 million days notice. Is the practicability of sealing that bridge that we are talking about now, and the impact that will have on vehicular traffic. You can see that impact extends beyond the axis.
Exactly.
That impact extends right up to what's this place called?
Ozumba, Adeshola.
All of that area up to Lekki. Somebody living in Lekki, go to our office here, off Ahmadu Bello Way, after 3 hours.
Yes.
I'm talking about this Dolphin area. It extended up to that area. When you are coming from Third Mainland Bridge, you think there's no problem.
Yeah, Third Mainland Bridge was really free.
But as you approach Osborne, you start seeing gridlock. As you approach Osborne, and it remains like that. There's nowhere else, no shortcut. There's nowhere else. You are just talking it. So it's not even if they gave. It's just.
But do you think
how critical?
If LASMA was at the top of their game?
No.
LASMA could not have done anything.
They can't. Even if LASMA roll out, you see the size of our roads.
Okay.
The size of our roads in Lagos now are the issues, and the volume of traffic that they are carrying. The volume of traffic that they are carrying. That is the problem. Some of those roads now, we've seen now that some of those roads really need to be expanded.
Exactly.
It's because of things like this. It's not that, okay, every day if we expand, we don't need roads that wide. But when we are confronted with a situation like this, you now see the need for expansion of those roads. They clearly underrated the impact that closing that bridge will have. People coming from Western Avenue, coming from Ikorodu Road, they still need to use that
this road to access,
bridge. People coming from this side, from the island itself, not coming from the mainland, from the island.
Lekki,
people who were driving, using the Third Mainland Bridge and going all the way to Victoria Island.
Yes.
They still have to pass through
that bridge.
That place. So once you seal that place, because it connects
a lot of places,
you are bound to face the problem that we face. You can see that they've not given any timeline as per when they will continue with the work. I'm sure they are still thinking, how do we get around it? How do we solve this problem? What they saw yesterday it's an eye-opener for them that, look, this thing is not going to be easy as you probably imagine. So
Exactly.
they have to now sit up, see how they can do it. Maybe in the night, they'll limit their work to the night. And if they have to work in the night, it means that the length of time that they will fix
will be, okay, that means it will be more.
yes, you now have to spend far more time
on
the road, because if you work in the night, you have a few hours.
Maybe from 12 to 4, 12
Because
a.m.
another thing that would have been
Even by 5 a.m., the Lagosians are back on the road.
Exactly.
because what would have been their excuse is security, but to a large extent, this side of Lagos is more secured, and they can also provide more security.
Of course, they'll provide security.
That place is not even far from barracks. It's not far from areas they can take advantage of.
Camp, all of those.
So we are not just criticizing what we experience; we are also providing solutions.
Solutions,
and
absolutely.
I think we have a say to say that we didn't. We are not just saying it,
No,
we experienced
suffered
it.
too. We suffered
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
We experienced it.
Exactly. And I hope that this will not reoccur, because Lagosians